Hi guys, what's up? It's your girl Hattie. Welcome back to my channel. The song I'm gonna sing for you is by actually it's the traditional version of We Wish You a Merry Christmas. So before I get started, I just want to say that I am so thankful for this year, and I hope that you are as well. As we all know, I have gone through a lot, but God has blessed me still. And thank God I don't look like what I've been through because I've been through a lot. I went through a near death situation. I lost a child in the process, but I know that God has me and he has my little girl. So sometimes I get down over it, but I know that God is in control and God is always going to look over me and he always has her with him. She's in a better place. And so my thing moving forward, my gift and my word to you is if you have something, someone you lost, and you're loaning the loss of that loved one this year, you're going through something, somebody um dear to you or close to you has passed away, know that they're in a better place. Pray for them, pray for their family. I pray for you and your family. We all need prayer. We all need each other and need to be close to the loved ones, the ones who have been there for us from the start, whether that's family, whether that's friends, whether that's family and friends. We know God is in control. Let God be the leader and the head of your life because we have everything we need in the great I am. Okay, God is good, even still through all we've been through. He will lift us up, even when we go through our hardest and trying times. He is going to be there for us if we just pray and keep him first. We are his children. I am his child, and that has been what has got me through the situation that I am going through or have gone through. It gets easier and better every day with my healing process, with my love for him, with my love for my daughter that I had. I experienced a small amount of time with her, but it was a beautiful time, and I wouldn't trade her for the world. I wouldn't trade the time that I had with her before she passed on to another life for the world. So, guys, just if you my message to women before the new year comes in. We have an annual every year. Please go get checked out, okay? Please make sure you keep up with your body. Please make sure you're doing what you want to do and taking care of your body, okay? It is our temple. Our body is our temple. It's the Lord's temple, really. And what was Trinity's song a long time ago? My body is the Lord's temple. Don't mess with me. God's property. That's what we should always think, okay? Because I didn't know how sick I was until 2018 when I had my first surgery, and from that surgery, it kind of carried on some where I thought I was healed. I wasn't healed. I was getting a little worse. So when I got pregnant, which might have been a little too soon, but when I got pregnant, it ended up just bringing out something totally different, and I became a high risk patient. I went to go get myself checked out, and it was like, I remember my doctor telling me, hey, something doesn't look right, but I'm going to try to put that in the back of my mind and focus on the fact that you are having a baby and it's all about the baby right now. And she was like, I see a lot of fluid in the back of your uterus. And I was like, wow, what, really? And so I was concerned, but I was like, am I going to be okay? As long as the baby and I are okay, let's, can I move forward? And she said, oh yeah, you can still move forward. We're just going to put everything that's going on inside of you in the back of our minds and just focus on having a baby. So I would go and have my ultrasounds. I would go and, just be so excited to see the baby moving and kicking and playing, and even to find out what the gender of the baby was. It was a little girl. So it was just beautiful to just even know that I had another whole life inside of me. So without that love and that comfort of God letting me know that he had her, I don't know what I would have done. So it was just beautiful every time I went and had um my exam. So what happened was I realized that, like I said, it was something else going on down the line. I was just laying down one night, and I remember I love Taco Bell, and I remember my sister and them asking me if I wanted something to eat, and I said, "Yeah, I want to eat." A day or two prior to that, I had ate some butter beans that a parent of mine had cooked, and the butter beans were so good. I was just eating them, and then I had this really bad pain in my stomach, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, is this labor? Is it time? No, I'm only like 5 months. What is going on?" So I ended up going and walking it off. My mom was like, walk it off, just try to walk it off, it's probably gas or something. So I walked it off and it felt better. Well, I a couple of days later had to a doctor's appointment I went to, and she looked up everything and everything looked good. And that night I went home, and like I said, my sister went and got me something from, I gave her the money for me to go and get something from Taco Bell. And wow, I ate the food. They had just got like some type of taco, nacho taco something. It was really good. It was like nachos where you dip it. I think it's like some type of taco beef salad, or you can get the chicken or whatever. So I asked for the chicken, but I ended up getting beef because I think they gave her the wrong thing. But I ate it and drunk my little Baja Blast. I love Baja Blast, mind you, from Taco Bell. I drank a whole bunch of water, tried to let all that food digest, and then eventually I laid down and went to sleep, woke up in the most terrible pain, throwing up, and just so much happened, guys. Anyway, I ended up at the hospital, and so much happened. I just want you to know that when I went to the hospital, I was fine, but I became very painful. They knew something was wrong. They examined me. They saw that the baby was still doing good, but I was just in so much pain. And then they started to go in for the first surgery. Saw that it was a lot of blood. I was bleeding everywhere. Um, I'm sorry if this is too much information, but I'm just trying to reach out to my females who are may not know what's going on with their body. Um, it was so much, guys. It was really a lot. It was just a lot that they were trying to see when they did the first laparoscopic surgery. Um, the baby must have not survived that surgery. Something went wrong because when they woke me up in the middle of surgery, after they had given me anesthesia and they woke me up in the middle of surgery, they told me that she had passed. And it was like the worst news of my life, the most terrifying news. I was already in a lot of pain, and it was something in my stomach that was just winded and just so painful. You couldn't even put your hand close to me. I was in so much pain. You couldn't touch me. And I just remember them telling me to sign something. I signed it. And when I woke up, I was like, whoa, am I in heaven or am I still here on earth? And I was in SICU, intensive care, surgical intensive care. And I just remember a nurse popping in and saying, Miss Hairston, you're okay. And let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do that. But they were like angels. And I was thankful to still be here. But then something made me remember the middle process that my daughter didn't make it. So I just know that, guys, it was so much going on. I just would just pray. I just pray that you pray for me and make sure you get your body together. From there, as I progressed each day and got over it each day, I stayed in intensive care for a long time. I stayed in the hospital for a long time. But I knew that God had me, and I knew that He had my baby girl, even though I missed her so much. Um, I know that there's not the greatest love is God. And family, getting through something like this, you have to have God first in your life. You have to pray, and you have to keep building yourself up, encouraging yourself. Have loved ones around you that truly care about you, like your family, that truly cares, that will uplift you, that will understand you, your friends that will uplift you, that will care for you, that will understand you, that are there for you, because there is no other way that we can get through any of what we're going through if we don't have Christ Jesus in our life, and if we don't have the love of family and friends and ourselves first before family and friends. You have to have love God, you have to love yourself, and then you have to love others. And guys, we just have to just know that God has us and He has everything that we need. So with all that being said, my miracle is that I did make it out, and I have the knowledge of knowing and the faith of knowing that my baby is with God. and that she still smiles down on me every day because I still smile at her every day and I still enjoy the times that we did have together. So, if there is something that you want in this new year, pray to God that you get it because He's the only one that can give it to you. Have faith because you have to have faith. Prayer, I think that what is it? Prayer without faith is void, and prayer without works is dead. So we have to have faith, we have to have prayer, we have to have works. Okay, so continue to work for what you want. Go for it. Do not stop. Okay, it is something that you really want to keep in your life because there's nothing like the love of God. There's nothing like having loved ones around you. There's nothing like having plans and goals that you want to meet in life and you know that God guide them and you're working toward them. Find something that you love to do and do it. I know that my gift in love of singing and entertaining for people is something I've always liked since childhood. I've always sung since childhood. I've always danced since childhood. I've always tried to have fun and uplift others through motivational speaking, inspirational speaking, dancing, singing, whatever it is. But my first love is singing. And so I know I'm never giving that up. Okay. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this song. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding and bring it out here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. For we all like a figgy pudding. We all like a figgy pudding. We all like a figgy pudding. So bring it out here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring it out here. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I pray that I touched somebody with my story and with my testimony that God can get you through any and everything. I didn't go into full detail of everything, but I went and I wanted to really reach out to my ladies to let you know that it is important for us to really go and check on ourselves, okay? We have to keep ourselves together mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. We go through so many things in life, but we also have to know that we cannot do it without going to get ourselves checked, keeping God first, and covering our lives, making sure that we aren't in anything stressful, um and try to make sure we bring ourselves out of anything that brings us down. And this goes for the fellas too. But I was a female and I was going through a female problem. So that's why I was reaching out mostly to the females, but I'm reaching out to all of us, that all of us will succeed. All of us will do great in not only 2020, but also the beginning of 2019. Be thankful of everything that you have and for everything that you have gone through. It brought you to the person that you are today. Continue to work and be who you are, and know that you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. We can all do things through Christ that strengthens us. That's what uplifts me every day, and continue to keep on moving in life, because God doesn't make any mistakes. With that being said, without further ado, let's go ahead and get it ended. Let's end this. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. Peace, love, and happiness to you. I wish you a very Merry Christmas. My family wishes you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Mwah. Blessings. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.